I hope everybody's lives are full of bracha and success. On Friday morning, we have the minhag of reading Megilat Rut. The story opens with Naomi and Elimelech moving to Moab and having their sons, Machlon and Kilion, marry two Moabite princesses, Rus and Arpa. After their sons pass away, so Naomi wants to return to Eretz Yisrael. She says to her daughter-in-laws, I have nothing left. There is no reason to follow me to my old home. And Orpah, in fact, leaves, and Rus declares that Basher Telchi Elech, anywhere you go, I will go, and where you sleep, I will sleep. Your people are my people, and your God is my God. All the way up to the point of Basher Tamus Amos, where you die, that's where I will die. I am loyal to you, and I will follow you to the ends of the earth. But then there's one more clause that follows all of this series of what you do, I will do, and that is where they will get buried. And Rus says, Sham ekaver. The question is, that's not parallel. How come it doesn't say, where you get buried, that's where I will get buried? It just says, Sham ekaver, that's where I will be buried. So in halacha, when talking about a womb, halacha calls the womb of a woman that has a fetus in it, it calls it a kever. It's interesting that the place that ultimately we will rest after 120 years is called the same thing as the place where we are born from. I wonder if the message is that the vision of what happened in the womb is realized when we get to the kever at the end of life. There's a certain comparison about what our potential was when we were starting out versus what we fulfilled. And Rus knows that it's easy to Basher Telech Elech. It's easy to emulate Naomi wherever she goes, I will go. And it's easy to copy Naomi, your God is my God and your people are my people. And even in the place where you die, I can die in that place. But when it comes to the kever, so then we can't copy anybody. Because everybody's script is different. The plan that we were given when we were born, that's unique for every individual. Sham ekaver. There at that point, I will be buried and I will be viewed and judged based on what my potential was and what I carried out. And this message resonates very clearly on the day of Matan Torah. Because the reason why Hashem gave us the Torah was not because he was on a power play, not because he wanted to boss us around, but rather the Torah, Lashon Hora'ah, of guide, the Torah is supposed to guide us from kever to kever. It's supposed to guide us on how are we supposed to take the potential that we were given in the womb and fulfill that during our lifetimes. So in the place that Sham ekaver, where we will be buried, it will as closely resemble to the potential that we were given. Chazal say that the morning of Matan Torah, we are not just commemorating an event that happened thousands of years ago, but rather Kabbalas HaTorah replays every year. Hashem's going to come and ask us on Friday morning, do we want to accept the Torah? Are we going to be able to say Naaseh v'Nishma as our forefathers did so many years ago? Or do we need to look at ourselves a little bit and evaluate what our priorities are and where we are headed? And whether the things that we've done since the last Shavuot, whether that echoes or whether that resembles what the kever was when we were in the womb. It's a day of judgment. It's a Yom Hadin. And this Yom Hadin is not about necessarily what we've done in the past, but this Yom Hadin is about commitment. The same way that at Har Sinai, the Jews said Naaseh v'Nishma and were zochet to accept the Torah, so too, perhaps we can say Naaseh v'Nishma, that Hashem, I am committing to a lifestyle in line with what your will is. Because after all, in the world that we're living in, one thing we know for sure is that only God is in control, and va'atzas Hashem yisakom, what he wants, that's what's going to end up happening. So Sham ekaver. So I'm gonna hop on to Tima Kadosh Baruch Hu and try to live as best as I can my life according to his will. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help us be able to self-reflect in the most honest of ways, which is not easy sometimes, and to be able to commit and resolve that in the upcoming days, weeks, months, and year, until the next Shavuot, Haba'aleinu L'Tova, may it be at the Ola Regel of the Beis HaMikdash, that we should be able to live up to our full potential. Have a great Shavuot.